Welcome to Quito, Ecuador. We are kicking things off at Virgen de Panecillo. She's right there. So, I don't know if you knew this, I did not. All virgins are Virgin Mary, just expressed in different ways. So this one here has wings. She was put here on this hill by the Spaniards, and it's a bit of an interesting story in that during the apocalypse, when that happens, Mary with her wings will swoop down and save all of those who deserve to go to heaven. I don't know about the rest of us. Anyway, this is one of the best miradors or look-offs in Quito. She's the largest statue made of tin in the Americas. And there's a museum, and you can actually climb halfway up to get an amazing view of the city. So let's go. This is an absolutely incredible view here. This is a great way to kick off a tour of Quito. However, you can get up here by private car, by taxi, by double-decker bus. Do not walk up here. It is not safe to walk up here. Definitely through some dicey neighborhoods. The walk is beautiful. I'm sure the buildings are gorgeous, historically and architecturally interesting, but not safe. Don't do it. Any tour of Quito is going to include a visit to the Mercado Central, or the Central Market. It is one of the best places to eat Ecuadorian food in the historic district of Quito. You do need to be a little bit careful when you walk down here. Like all markets, it's not the safest place to be, so just make sure you have all of your pockets secure when you come down here. So many different types of traditional food here, but one of the most famous is the Corvina. Corvina is similar kind of to a sea bass, but I don't think in Canada we have a dish that's quite like this. So we got this special plate, and there's so much food on here. We went to Corvina de Jimmy, and we have this huge piece of fried Corvina. We've got arroz dorado, which is like a golden rice. It almost looks like something in between a fried rice and like a lo mein. And then we've got these crispy potatoes that look so good. That's not all though. We also have a plate of popcorn because it's the Andes, and tostado. Oh, I didn't see that. So tostado are toasted corn. So you've got popcorn and then tostado, which is toasted corn. And if that's not enough, a bowl of ceviche. Now, if you're a local, you know how to eat this. The ceviche actually goes on the meal. It adds a little bit of moisture to the meal, but also some acidity and some flavor. And no meal would be complete without some ají. This is tree tomato ají. It's my favorite. Not as spicy as the coast, but it's fruity and bright, and I love it. I think it's gonna be fantastic on fried fish. All right, guys, this fish looks perfectly cooked. I'm gonna try it on its own without anything on it. Wow, Corvina has a super interesting flavor. Very bright. Obviously, there's some seasoning on this breading, but also I think they might put lime actually in the seasoning because it's super, super bright, very crispy. It's really, really good. It's just a super thin batter, but very crispy. And then so much fish. I can't believe how much fish you get for $7. So good. Now going to try the ceviche on its own. So I can see in the ceviche there's some shrimp, some onion, clams. I'm gonna try the shrimp first because I know I love the shrimp here. Shrimp here is so fresh. Not too acidic at all, and just super bright. And then a little bit of the clam. Really good. Andreas wants to put more lime in. Thank you.
Thank you.
A little bit more of the lime. Lime mixing's really good. Okay, before I put it all over the plate, I actually want to try this rice. It's arroz dorado. Dorado just means golden, so for the color, it is a golden rice. There's some peas, some carrots in here. It's rice. I mean, it's rice. It's just a plain rice with carrots and peas in it, and that's okay because there's tons of things that you can put on this. We have the ají with tree tomato, and then we also have the ceviche. So this is just like a pretty looking rice. And I also want to try this potato. It's so crispy. It's like, I think probably what they do is they boil it and then they roast it. I'll try it first on its own. Potatoes here are just so creamy and smooth inside. Oh, I love it. A little bit of ají. That's actually quite spicy. This is fantastic. So Andreas just brought up a really good point that this is such a good deal because the popcorn goes into the ceviche. So that's almost like a starter. And then you've got this like main course. Here, generally ceviche is going to be, $9. This is probably another $9, $7 to $9. And so for the price of $7, you're really getting 2 meals. This is such a good deal. All right, so this market is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., but I recommend coming in the morning because there are fewer people here. This is such a good spot. When you come in, there is a security guard here. He does take your temperature and then also sprays your hand. And this place is spotless. So we got cutlery with our meal. They've also just given us like after meal mints. And this is a place that you can go to and you can feel comfortable eating market food here. You don't have to worry about getting sick, and everything here is just really, really clean. Another really popular dish up here is arroz con ubre. That's rice with cow udder. Okay, you've got to first come here to pay $2 for Ecuadorians, $3 for foreigners. So we took the elevator to the second floor, but we are now walking about maybe 100 stairs to the top, which is the lookout. Although this is also pretty spectacular. There must be another set of stairs to go down.
Yep.
You come down the same way?
Yep.
Oh, alrighty then. I don't like heights. Thank you. You're afraid of heights too, aren't you?
No.
Oh, just me. Oh, wow.
Way too.
And we're not at the top yet. You still have to go up there. Is this the last? No, there's another one. Okay. All right, so I didn't go all the way to the top. The first set of stairs, you actually looked out onto something like a wall, so it was fine, even though it was still scary. Second set of stairs, like you looked out into the city. I got maybe 6 or 7 steps up and I was like wanting to throw up. I still want to throw up and I was terrified. So Andreas did go up for me and he took some footage, but he said it was really crowded. This is a Saturday, so maybe why it was so busy, but it was crowded, and so he did the best he could. Anyway, we are now still on, I guess, the 3rd floor, and this doesn't bother me. This is great. This is a great view. We're here in La Ronda. It was an important Spanish neighborhood in the historic district of Quito. However, it became abandoned at one time and was actually considered a red zone here in Quito up until the late 90s, early 2000s. And that meant you came in here at your own risk. It was very dangerous. However, it gentrified. A lot of art galleries, stores, restaurants, live music spots moved in. And today it's actually a really great place to spend some time. We were here last night with some of Andreas's friends, had some canelazo, listened to some live music, lots of police presence here, there's tourism police, so it's a really great place to visit here in Quito. This here is a famous place for a gigantic empanada de viento, I think. So there's nothing in it but air and cheese.
At the Colaciones de la Cruz Verde.
This place has over a century of history. They are one of the few places that you can still find here that are about the traditional sweets of the 20th century Quito. The traditional sweets are basically nuts, peanuts, and different types of corns covered with sugar syrup. The only one that is still doing that they still make this candy the old-fashioned way.
So, all traditional sweets are turrón, the guayaba sweet, turrón with peanuts. This is hilarious. It is called caca de perro. It will translate to dog shit. That is tostado coated with sugar.
So this is a popular spot. People pop in and out. If you want to see them make these colaciones, they make them from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. approximately every day. They make about 25 to 30 pounds. That's how much they're going through every day. So it's just this simple sugar syrup covered roasted nut. But it's so good, it's famous, and really this is a piece of history that may not continue. Okay, this is covered peanut. It's not too sweet at all. The syrup is almost creamy. It's not just, a lot of sweets in Ecuador are just sugar covered things. This is not, this is a syrup. It's a secret recipe, so they're not going to tell. Just really tasty. I think it would be a treat to come between 8 and 10 to see them make it and then pick up a pack. This was only $1. Andreas is currently buying one of everything in the store and 2 of the colaciones.
For my mom.
He says it's for his mom, but really it's for him. Yeah, okay. So we are inside the museum at the San Francisco Monastery. It's a religious art museum. However, Andreas has promised me that even if you aren't religious, you will still find it interesting. We'll see. Here are some weird...
It's not weird.
Well, they're strange looking fish. Like, look at this one, and then look at this guy. That looks like a brujo from the Galapagos. This girl has horns. This peacock has a tail. This woman up here is not having a good time at all. Entrance is only $3 for foreigners, and it is one of the best preserved monasteries in South America. It's been around since the 1500s, and it's also one of the largest. It's really, really large. It's so large, actually, that when they were building it, the rich actually could buy a little chapel space for themselves. So there are all of these little individual ones. Also, it's home to a brewery, so we're gonna check that out too. So we persisted. We found a way to have beer. We are back trying 2 different kinds of beer here. Now, neither of these recipes are from the 17th century. Unfortunately, the secret recipe passed away with one of the last friars who made the beer. However, that's okay. We're gonna try 2 different kinds of modern style beer. We have a Weiss beer, which is German. It's like a German blonde. And thankfully, Andreas studied in Germany for a while, so he knew how to pour that properly. And then the second one we have is an oatmeal stout. So the brand here is called Paramo, and can you get it outside this brewery?
Yeah, even at Supermaxi.
Okay, you can also get it at Supermaxi if you don't want to have it here. Okay, this German blonde, super fresh, light, like hot day kind of beer, just really easy drinking, very nice. I like this one a lot. I'm not really much of a stout person, but we're gonna see what it's like. So this is the oatmeal stout, probably an English style similar to a Guinness. Let's see. Yeah, oh, that's rich. Like a rich, caramelly, deep flavor. Not heavy though. I don't taste a lot of like, not too oatmeal-y. Not my favorite, not my favorite. So when you come here, let people know as you come in that you'd like a beer. Ask for Roger. He will let you try these 2 beer. They're only $3 each. Oh, scary. Are we going the right way?
Yep.
Oh, it's the only way to go.
Yep.
This is hard. Quito is higher than Cuenca. The altitude makes climbing tough. Okay, this was absolutely worth it. Wow, look at this view. Oh, there's another cool white church over there. Who did that?
Someone.
All right, so I would say that the actual museum itself of the religious paintings wasn't really that interesting to me, or the religious art. However, the actual monastery itself is super interesting, especially when you look at the ceiling. You can see the influence of Spanish and Arabic architecture, and then also just the church here, the Baroque style is fantastic. So we were in La Compañía when Andreas spotted one of the Ponche men, and we ran out to find this guy. Very traditional drink in Quito. Now, this is the same kind of ponche. This is an eggnog type drink. However, here they do it differently. The ponche men actually do it with beer. So it's super foamy. No one knows how they actually do it. No one knows what the recipe is, but it's just a super foamy kind of eggnog punch. And so this is something that's happened for generations in Quito. However, it's really hard to do, and these guys walk around with this wheelbarrow like up and down the hills in Quito, and so no one really wants to do it anymore. So to find someone doing it is amazing. I'm so excited about this. I really wanted to try it. Now it almost has, it's like an espuma type thing, like it's foamy but also weighty. Does not taste like eggnog at all, but it's just this really cool foamy kind of drink. That syrup makes it a little bit sweet and fruity. I'm so excited to try this. This is so good.
Yeah, I studied high school here in the historic district of Quito, in one of the De La Salle high school that they have here in Ecuador. So for us, the traditional vendors that will be selling like treats and whatever to eat was not like they have it nowadays with the French fries and the burgers and stuff like that, but it was people like them, the poncheros. As you can tell, he's a very sharp looking dude with this little like like sailor little cap and vest. But you know, it was a sweet thing to get, and it was very inexpensive. So I'm glad to have found him again. It brings me a lot of memories from when I was a kid here in the historic district of Quito.
So they allow kids to have this beer drink?
Because it's not alcoholic, you know. It's made with, like, you know, beer, but it's not like you're going to get drunk.
Alright, we're ending tonight at Parque de la Tripa, which is Tripa Park. We're in the Bizantina neighborhood, and we came here for tripe. So this is a little food district where there are lots of vendors who have menudo, tripa, guatita, lots of offal, and then also some things just like tortillas and other food. But let me tell you, they give you a little bit of this to try, to bring you in, and it's so good. Charcoal flavor. It is super hot, on a bed of potato, fava beans, choclo. This place has been around since the 50s. It is packed. People come here after work, and let me tell you, it is so good. This is really a destination place. You should definitely come here. So good. Okay, so apparently tripe is good for people who suffer from gastritis. That's not me. I'm just eating it because it's delicious.